boys and girls, and welcome to Rosa-Leigh and Friends.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm so glad to see you. Guess what I made today?
Oh, I don't know. Did you make a craft?
No, I built a fort.
A fort? Well, there's no snow, so it couldn't be a snow fort.
No, I built a fort in my living room.
You did?
Yes, I did. I used the sofa, and I used some chairs from the kitchen, and a great big blanket on top for the roof.
Oh, that would be fun to play inside the fort. I suppose you put a sleeping bag inside and maybe a pillow, and you ate a snack in there?
No, that's not what you do with a fort. That's a tent.
Wait a minute. I remember when my kids were little, they would make forts. And sometimes they use a table or the living room couch and some chairs and all kinds of blankets, and they played inside.
No. Those are all tents.
Tents?
Yeah, I built a fort for protection.
Protection against what?
Well, JJ built a fort too. And you know, we have weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah, bullets and bombs.
Bombs?
Yeah,
Bullets and bombs in your living room?
they're not real, silly. Mom wouldn't let us play with real ones.
Well, I would think not. So what are your bullets and your bombs?
Well, the bullets are Nerf guns. They have rubber bullets. And the bombs, they're those colored balls that you use in a ball pit.
Oh, yes.
So JJ and I, we throw them at each other, and whoever's fort is standing the strongest at the end is the winner.
So who won?
Oh, I don't remember. It was just so much fun trying to protect your fort.
Well, that does sound like fun. Actually, our verse today has to do with a fort.
It does?
Well, actually, it calls it a fortress, which is kind of a fancy word for the name fort. And usually they were a little bit bigger than a normal fort.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the verse is found in 2 Samuel 22:2. And David said, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer."
Well, I know what a fortress is. But why did he call the Lord a rock?
Well, a rock is a solid place. It doesn't move. So he didn't have to be worried about God moving. He was always going to be there for him. And not only that, he was also his fortress, his protection, and his deliverer.
What does deliverer mean?
One who rescues you.
Oh.
So 2 Samuel 22:2, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer.
Why did David have to be worried about needing a rock and a fortress and a deliverer?
Because he was being chased by his enemies. They wanted to kill him.
Oh dear.
And so, after all these things and God protected him, this is what he claimed, that the Lord is his rock and his fortress and his deliverer.
Oh wow, I think I could learn that verse.
Well, there's a song that goes with it, so I'll sing it and then you repeat it after me.
Okay, I can do that.
The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My rock, my fortress and my deliverer.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay, you try it.
The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My rock, my fortress
Rosa-Leigh, I think you need to work on that a little bit.
Are we going to have a story?
We are going to have a story that has to do with the rock.
And who is our guest for the story?
Well, it's called Rosa-Leigh and Friends. You don't remember what friend is coming this week on Friday for our story?
Oh, yes, I do. It's Beaker the Bird.
Beaker the dodo bird, that's right.
See you, boys and girls. Goodbye.
Okay, boys and girls, welcome to our craft time. And today our verse is found in 2 Samuel 22:2. And it says, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer." And this is our fortress on our rock. And here's our little guy right here. And so we're going to figure out how to make that. So you're going to need a rock. So whatever rock you can find that the fortress will fit on, and you're going to need a ruler and some brown paper or gray paper and scissors and a pin and some paper for your flag. I just use sticky notes, some tape, some little googly eyes, a little pom-pom, and some glue. Okay, let's begin. Okay, boys and girls, so we'll put our rock to one side, and then we're going to cut a piece of paper. So I just took a piece of construction paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off about 6 centimeters. So there's 6 centimeters. And then I'm going to draw a line along that line, and we're going to cut it. So this is going to be your fort. So fort has 4 sides, 4 walls, so we're going to fold it over, line it up, and bend it, fold it over again. So now we have 4 walls. So before we tape the walls together, we're going to put bricks on the side. So you're going to need your ruler again, or you can use a longer ruler. And make some lines for your bricks. You don't have to measure a certain amount, just try to make them all about the same size. There we go. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to need, at the top, you're going to need to cut off little bumps in here, little holes, to make it look like a fort. So you take your scissors and go up to the first line. Just like that. And there we go. And you can tape it together, or if you want to make it look like there's bricks on it, then you can make little lines all the way down to the first line. And then the next row, do it again, but do it in a different spot so they look like different bricks. And when you're finished, it's going to look like this. So we have to put a door in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it together. Piece of tape on one end. And then piece it together. There you go. Now, we need a door. So you go about halfway up, halfway across. It's got to be big enough door to fit your pom-pom in. So when you're done, you can set it on top of your rock. Now you need a pom-pom. This is going to be your little man. And he's going to need a couple eyes. So you just glue on a couple eyes. 1, 2, and this is craft glue. And if you put the craft glue on the rock, it will stay there. And there's your fort. Now, to do the flag part, all I did was I took a toothpick and a piece of paper, and I took some of these sheets and I cut a triangle out of the bottom, and then you just write your verse on it. The Lord is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer. There. And when you have that done, you're going to bend back the edge, and you're going to put a toothpick in there and glue it in place, and you put a piece of tape on it, and when you're done, you take a piece of tape and put it on the end of your flag. Put it right into the corner. And there you go. There's your verse. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. 2 Samuel 22:2.